Greetings, gamers. Agent SN. Now, I bet a lot of you were expecting my top 20 least favorite movies of all time, since I just released my top 20 favorite movies of all time. But be patient, that's coming probably next week or the week after. But before that, I want to make a small little video about where each movie studio streams their movies, because, you know, there are multiple movie studios out there, and some have their own streaming service, some don't, and I just want to give you a quick guide of where you can find these movie studios' newest movies, because, well, for a long time, well, streaming services have been around now for about 15 years, and movie studios have sourced their movies to them, but also, before then, movie studios, also release their movies on premium cable channels, which are HBO, Starz, Showtime, and MGM+, formerly Epix. And some movie studios still source their movies to there. So if you're wondering where each movie studio streams their movies at, here's a quick little guide. So yeah, for a long time, movie studios, after movies are released in theaters and they go to home media physically or digitally, they also go to a streaming service or they go to a premium cable channel, and usually it's for a specific amount of time. Most of the time, it's a year and a half, but sometimes more, sometimes less. Like HBO airs movies for about a year and 3 months. So yeah. And this is called the Pay One window, where movies go to a streaming service or a premium cable channel after they're released in theaters. Anyway, let's get on. So starting off with Disney, now it shouldn't be any surprise, well you already know this, but since 2019, Disney Plus has been the exclusive home for Disney's newest releases. Now Disney also owns 20th Century Studios and Searchlight Pictures. Now for some of their movies, the more adult kind of ones from them specifically, they go to Hulu. However, Disney Plus and Hulu are merging, so after the Disney Plus and Hulu merger, all new movies from 20th and Searchlight are going to go to Disney Plus, no matter what, after the Hulu merger, which happening, I think, like October, November, I believe. Then there is Warner Bros. Warner Bros. Whoops, my slides are glitching. All right. Next up, there's Warner Bros. Warner Bros. and all of their subsidiaries release their movies on Max, obviously, and they also air on the HBO cable channel as well. That's where they have for a long time, because Warner Bros. Owns the HBO cable channel as well as the streaming service Max. So the movies stream on the HBO cable channel as well as, the movies air on the HBO cable channel, and they also release their movies on Max, their streaming service that has HBO content as well as other content that are owned by Warner Bros. Specifically. Then we have Universal. Now Universal is an interesting case, because while Universal, despite their parent company owning Peacock, Universal and their subsidiaries don't release their movies exclusively on there. You see, since 2022, they've also licensed their movies to Prime Video, Netflix, and Starz, depending on, what you see during, as I said at the beginning of the video, most of the time, movie studios release their movies on, streaming services for about a year and a half for their first run. Now the exceptions to the year and a half rule are services like Disney Plus and Paramount Plus. Movies on Disney Plus and Paramount Plus, and that those movies are on there for the foreseeable future. Movies from Disney and Paramount and Warner Bros. That go to Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, and Max, they stay on there for the foreseeable future. Well, the Warner Bros. Movies HBO ends eventually end, but the movies a lot of the time will stay on Max for the foreseeable future or go to another streaming service. But the Disney Plus and Paramount Plus Their movies are on there for the foreseeable future. As for Universal, though, they do not follow this permanent rule of that Disney Plus and Paramount Plus do with their movies. They only release their movies on Peacock for the first and last 4 months of the movie's Pay 1 deal. So that means that, for example, Oppenheimer's is going to go to Peacock for 4 months, and then after it's going to go to Prime Video for 10 months, and then it goes back to Peacock for 4 months, and then it goes to Starz. And that's how Universal's movies, specifically 2022 onwards, that's how that deal works. The movies go to Peacock for the first and last 4 months. And now during the middle 10 months, you see, Peacock streams their movies for the first and last 4 months. During the middle 10 months, if it's a live action movie, it goes to Prime Video. If it's an animated movie, it goes to Netflix. So for example, the Mario movie is currently on Peacock. In December, it's going to move to Netflix. Then it's going to go back to Peacock in October of 2024. And then it's going, now after the movie runs on Peacock and Prime Video, they stream on Starz. It's unknown how long it's unknown how long the Starz window lasts. However, so far the Starz deal only applies to live action movies. It's unknown if the animated movies will also go to Starz. So far, only Universal's live action movies are being licensed to Starz after the runs on Peacock and Prime Video. Next up is Paramount. Now, it should be easy. Whoops, my slides. Alright, next up is Paramount. And it should be easy, obviously, because Paramount Plus exists. That's where they've released their newest movies on since 2021. However, you see, back in 2009, Epix launched with, now MGM Plus, and it was owned, it was a joint between MGM, Lionsgate, and Paramount. However, in 2017, MGM bought full rights to the network, and then and Lionsgate bought Starz, and then in 2019, Viacom and CBS merged back, and that gave them Showtime again. But despite that, Paramount also releases their movies on MGM Plus at the same time for their movies from 2021 to 2023. At the beginning of this year, Epix was rebranded to MGM Plus. Now, and for the past 15 years, Paramount has released their movies on MGM Plus, back when it was called Epix, and they still do. However, the deal expires at the end of 2023, so that means that Mission Impossible Dark Part 1, TMNT Mutant Mayhem, and possibly Transformers Rise of the Beast will be the last movies under that deal. The deal expires at the end of 2023, their MGM Plus deal does. And after that, they'll probably release their movies on Paramount Plus and Showtime, just like what Warner Bros. Does with releasing movies on Max and airing them on HBO. Then there is Sony. Now, Sony is the only of the main five that does not have their own streaming service. So they license their movies to Netflix, and they have since 2022. Since 2022, Sony has licensed their movies to Netflix currently. And after a year and a half on Netflix, they're going to Disney Plus. And so yeah, originally it was announced that they would also go to Hulu as well, but Disney Plus and Hulu are merging, so I only put Disney Plus on here, and that's why I'm only crediting Disney Plus as that without Hulu. So after the movies on after Sony's movies stream on Netflix, they're going to Disney Plus. But the more adult ones will go to Hulu as well, but Disney Plus and Hulu are merging. So yeah, Disney Plus for a year and a half for first run for the Pay 1 window, and then after Netflix, then Disney Plus. All right, so that's all of the main five. Now we're on to the mini major studios. Starting off with A24, which is an indie film studio, mostly known for their most popular movie of which being Everything Everywhere All at Once. And they're an indie film studio, and they've been at the top of the indie film industry for the past 10 years or so. A24, now since 2019, they've released their movies on Showtime. Now that deal was set to expire after 2022, but it is currently unknown what's going on with the deal. I think it was quietly renewed, but I don't know. Either it was quietly renewed, or the deal is over and they're moving on to a different streaming service and ready to announce a deal. We don't know what's going on. Their Showtime deal was supposed to expire at the end of 2022. It's unknown what's going on. Now, obviously, because Paramount Plus and Showtime merged, a lot of their movies that are currently airing on Showtime are also on Paramount Plus as well. But yeah. Though it's unknown if their 2023 movies onwards are going to stream on Showtime or not, then the deal's been renewed, or they're going to somewhere else. Then there's Lionsgate. Now, the Lionsgate owns Starz, and they have since 2016. But although they still license their movies, they still license their movies to Epix, which is now MGM Plus, and Hulu until 2022. And since 2022, they've licensed their movies to Starz, and then after that, the movies go to Peacock. Then there's MGM. And now, obviously, MGM is owned by Amazon, and before the Amazon acquisition, they had Epic, which is now MGM Plus. So MGM's movies go to MGM Plus and Prime Video. So yeah. Now, last but not least is Amblin Partners. They're currently licensing their movies to Showtime, and the deal is expiring at the end of 2024. I think from 2025 onwards, they're gonna move to Peacock and Prime Video and Starz, just like Universal, because Universal owns part of Amblin. Well, the movies could also go to Starz for first run, and then Peacock after. I don't know, really, because Entertainment One is one of their owners, and Lionsgate is currently in the process of buying Entertainment One's assets. But right now, the movies are shooting on Showtime until end 2024, and likely they're either going to Peacock and Prime or Starz, or other way around. We don't know.